you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So tonight right now what I'm making, I'm going to be making homemade applesauce. And I feel like I've done this on this channel before, but I don't think I actually have. So let me just tell you the ingredients, the things that you will need. You will need apples of any kind. I use Red Delicious. I like the Gala apples though, because they have a little bit of a texture, a little bit better texture. You need lime or lemon juice. You need about a half a teaspoon, but I have a full 5-pound bag of Red Delicious apples that I'm going to be peeling and cutting up and putting into my crock pot. So I'm going to use a full small lime for the juice. You need a half a cup of sugar, and then you also need just a half a cup of water. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop them all into your crock pot. And I just have, it's a Walmart crock pot. I don't even know what size it is. It's just a small little crock pot, but it holds a lot. Last time I made homemade applesauce, I made homemade cinnamon applesauce, and it made, God, I had about a pound to 2 pounds of apples that I put in here. And then after it cooked down a little bit and kind of like steamed up a little bit, I ended up adding like another 1.5 pounds. So it did around like 4 pounds worth of apples. So I have a 5-pound bag here. A couple of them I have used, but instead of letting them go bad, I'm just gonna peel them up and make homemade applesauce. And then that way I can give it to some of my family members too, because I know that I gave some homemade applesauce to my mom and she absolutely loved it. So yeah, let me just go into the video. Apples look like. I cut up this apple, but I didn't end up using it. I'm just probably gonna eat this one, and this one was actually super rotten, so I'm not gonna use that one. But I did cut up my lime, and I'm just gonna squeeze my lime juice all over my apples. You kind of gotta like get it all out, because these tend to freeze on me in my fridge. I don't know what's wrong with my fridge, but they tend to firm up and freeze on me. Okay guys, and it says a half cup of sugar, but I'm doing a full cup since I did do 5 pounds of potatoes. You're just gonna pour the sugar in there, and then you're gonna get an equal amount of water. There we go. So you're gonna get 1 cup of water as well. Pour that in. I like to pour it all over the sugar so the sugar will actually dissolve. And then grab a spoon. Mix it up as best as you can. Let the lime juice get down in there too. And what I like to do is just pop my lid on, and I turn it on to high, and I leave it on high for a good like 3 or 4 hours. And then I'll turn it down to low for another 3 or 4 hours, and then it should be perfect. And then you're gonna mash it down, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay guys, so this is what the apples look like right now. They are pretty soft. I just kind of, you know, mix them around a little bit. I did add a little bit more water to it, so this is going to be a little bit more watery. But now I just take my potato masher and you're just gonna go in and mash the apples. And I started this at 7:30. It's now 10:10, so it took a little bit of like 3 hours to do, but so well worth it to wait for. So I'm gonna do this, get it all mashed up. Okay, you guys, so after mashing all of the apples, this is what it looks like. Let me give you all some better light. This is what it looks like. I still have a couple of big peels in there. I took out some of the big peels, but this is actually supposed to be what it looks like. I turned it down to low, and I keep it about 7 to 8 minutes just on low. Like you can see the big peels, which I don't mind the peels honestly, but I know that a lot of other people don't like them, so I try and get as many out as I possibly can. But I'm just making a quick and easy version of this. Normally if you let it go for another like hour or two, if you let it go for like another hour or two, the peels actually dissolve and they just become part of the applesauce. But today I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let the peels stay in. So that's how much I'm gonna mash it today. I'm actually gonna turn it off. I'm gonna take the lid off, and I am gonna leave the lid off because I'm gonna let this cool completely, and it normally takes around like an hour to an hour and a half to cool completely. So I'm gonna let it cool completely, and then I am going to put it in some microwave containers or airtight containers, and pop them in the fridge and let them set overnight, and it should become this thick, nice applesauce. It's really rich and it's really super duper tasty. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's super simple and it's super duper easy. 5 pounds of apples makes a ton of applesauce. So I really hope you guys try this. It actually is a cheaper option to do if you don't want to buy like if you have kids or anything and you don't want to like buy just the applesauces, because I know applesauce in the pouches or anything can get really expensive. One 5-pound bag costs a 5-pound bag of apples costs like my bag costs like $4.98. So my bag costs $5. So you're talking $1 an apple versus spending like $3 or $4 on like 6 pouches or 6 cups of applesauce. I will leave a link down below to the Pinterest that I did use. The Pinterest link that I did use was for cinnamon applesauce. This time I just left out the cinnamon because I didn't want it, and my husband does not like cinnamon applesauce. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it and I hope you guys found it informational. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, click the bell right next to the subscribe button. That will just notify you of my videos that I post weekly/bi-weekly. And all of my social media will be down below: Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone. And remember, it is a life worth fighting for.